It's always interested me about the group is you are by far the most quiet one.
Yes.
The quiet member of Queen.
Yeah, on stage, mainly, yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
On stage and also off stage as well. Do you have as much say in the activities of the group as say the other?
Well, we all have different says in different amounts of swing in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like so when it comes to doing the staging or the ideas with that, say Roger gets quite involved with that, or with the videos, and Roger and Freddie have been doing it. You know, so, but we all do chip in ideas in each way. But I mean, one of the things I used to have to do, which I don't do as much now, is a lot of the, sort of the business side. I used to keep an eye on that.
Like in what way?
Well,
when
we first, this was about 77, and when we split up from John Reed, who was our manager then, we had a period where we started managing ourselves for a while.
How does a group go about managing itself?
Well, with difficulty, really, yeah. And I mean, obviously we have people who work with us. Like, you know, we have a guy who does our business deals, and another guy who's really in charge of the touring, and we have accountants. But it really needs a little bit of... you need somebody in the group to keep an eye on it, really, as well.
So in other words, you four are the bosses, and you just basically hire on various help?
Yes, yeah. I mean, what we don't have now is one of those traditional management contracts where they get, you know...
99% you get one.
Yeah, or 25% of everything you earn, you know.
Let me make one correctly. Did you ever feel an affinity towards the quiet guys in other groups, like when you?
Not really, but it sometimes does seem to be bass players.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Why do you think that is?
Don't know.
Like Bill Wyman is, of course, the classic example.
Yes, I'm not sure why. You know, perhaps they come alive a bit more when they get older. I don't know, because he's got a lot more acting now, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
A lot more things, you know.
How about yourself?
Well, we're very busy with Queen, really, and we always have been. I mean, the time may come though, but you know, hopefully I've got a few years left, so you know, maybe get a chance to go into other areas later on.
Does being a member of Queen satisfy you completely, or are there other?
Not at the moment, no.
I mean, musically.
No, not really, no, because it's we take so long to record an album. I mean, I find it very draining in a way because the progress is slow because we try lots of different ideas. Whereas I'd rather, you know, I mean, if we had all of our songs ready, we could record it a lot quicker. But we don't, so, and we also keep trying ideas out in the studio. So that I find frustrating at times, you know. But I mean, yes, probably that's the most frustrating side of it, I find, because you spend a lot of time in the studio, you know.
Who's the major instigator behind this sort of perfectionist policy?
I don't know, really. I suppose we're all bad in a way, because we're a little bit lazier now, we're older, and we don't do all the preparation before we go into a studio. Like when you first start out, you know, you rehearse, and you know, you get all your songs really all sorted out and perfected in arrangements, and you can play them, you know. But now we sometimes go in the studio and we put them together as we're in there, you know. You know, and we actually have to learn them as well, you know. And then you might spend a few days on a certain track, and then it's just thrown away and never sees the light of day.
Why was there such a gap between Works and the album before that?
Yeah, I suppose mainly because we did, after that album, we did some touring, which was very exhausting as well. And we went to Mexico, which was pretty disastrous.
Why is that?
Organisation, really. You know.
There was lack of organisation.
Lack of organisation, yes. And really, we all felt like we needed a break. So after that, we decided to take sort of 6 months off, which turned into 9. And then really the time it takes to make an album, that's where it came in. But I think it did us a bit of good in a way, to break from, you know, the real rate that we've been working at.
Other than well-needed rest and recreation, what did that break do for you?
It gives you time to think a bit, really. Because when you're going so fast, you sometimes don't have time to sit back and sort of really, you know, sort of ask why you're doing it and, you know, where it's all leading to as well. Did
you make any decisions like during that time? Did you start thinking things and also?
Not really. I mean, I didn't do much in the time off. Whereas, say, Roger, he was so busy. He was doing a second solo album. So in certain way, I got a bit bored. So I was quite keen, you know, that we actually got back working again together.
What specifically were you doing during the blank there?
No, not really. No.
Just bumming around?
Not really, no, because I've got a family, right? So we also, you know, gave me a chance to catch up on that, and we finally moved house. As well.
And you reside in
England.
In England.
Yeah, we all live in England. I live in London, actually, so we're English based. but we spend a lot of time all over the world, you know.
Yeah, yeah. What outside of the music is most important to you?
What, in terms of Queen, or?
In terms, just outside of Queen, outside of your career as a musician, other than music.
I don't know, have an interesting and sort of fulfilling life as you go on, really.
Like what sort of things have proven to be fulfilling to you? I mean, outside of being a musician, just as a regular person.
Yeah, well, having a family is fulfilling in a way, because it gives a lot of different things going on, which keeps you very busy. Really, because I think the worst thing is when you actually have got nothing to do. So, I find that's when I get a bit fed up, really. There's not much going on. So I'd rather have sort of a lot of things happening.
Have you changed much since becoming a father?
I don't know. I mean, I had my first child quite a long while ago.
How long ago was it?
Well, he's 8 now, the oldest.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I was the first one. Having children. Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome. George.
Do I have to tell you anything? Or?
I've already
Yeah.
declined.
Yeah.
Thank you. So are you pointing at your 8-year-old child there in a musical direction?
No, he's sport mad.
Is that right?
He must be a footballer.
Soccer player.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is he any good?
Yes, he's got a bit of time for it.
Did you ever get out there with him and kick around?
Not much, because I never liked sport when I was.
Is that right?
Yeah. So
We do have kind of a smaller build.
Yes,
Yeah.
and at school I never enjoyed it. But this last year or two I got a bit more interested. I mean, one thing I'd never done in my life was skiing. I tried that last year. Quite enjoyed that.
Huh. What about? I heard you guys were on a TV program today.
Yeah.
And how did that go?
Oh, it was quite amusing. Actually, it went quite well, in fact, because you're always a bit nervous of doing these TV, especially when it's live. You don't understand the language, but they did it came off quite well.
What actually happened?
The first thing we had to do was we had to just sort of walk around and be introduced, and we had to judge these sort of handsome guy contest.
Right.
Yeah, and about 7 guys come on. So that was just one good spot. And then later on, we came on and they showed up sort of a minute and a half about each single and just did a little interview. But that wasn't too bad. I mean, a little bit humorous, but because we were told it was like really one of these really sort of slapstick type shows.
Yeah, it is.
But it wasn't too, because there's one in England where they actually chuck buckets of water on you and things like that. But in the end, it was good.
Huh. Do you ever do TV back home or anywhere else in the world?
Not a lot, really, no. Because usually we've been very busy. It's just with this album, we've finished making it. And we haven't got any touring plans until July. And Roger and myself, thought, well, we've always enjoyed coming to Japan, so we thought we'd actually come and do a little trip and go to Japan and Australia and do a bit of promotional work. We thought we were going to get a sort of holiday thrown in as well, but they've been working us so hard.
Such is not the case.
Sorry? Not yet. Perhaps when we get to Australia, we might get a chance to lie on the beach if we're lucky, I don't know.
The last album, Hot Space, didn't really do that well.
No.
What do you think accounted for that?
I don't know. I personally didn't like it very much.
Oh, really?
No, not when it's finished. But
I talked to Brian May the other day. He said he was very satisfied with it.
Yeah? I didn't like it, really. And also, it was all a bit much in one direction. And, obviously, I know in America we lost a lot of sort of fans from the sort of the rock side because of it, which we're now having to try and pull back, and it's quite hard.
It does seem that you have a lot of different sides to the band. Like you've got Brian May pulling it in a very rock-like direction.
Yes, that's true.
Whereas you got Freddie, I guess.
Well, Freddie writes his own style of songs, which tend to be more melodic.
Oh, right.
And
ballad-like.
Ballad-like, where he doesn't really tend to write any heavy songs anymore. Where he used to in the early days, And Roger, whose writing has sort of improved quite a lot over the last few years, and there's me as well. I tend to sort of go more towards a sort of, I quite like sort of like funk style a bit, and a bit sort of poppy in a way, more that sort of thing. So we do have these pulls in different directions, which is a problem, really.
Well, who on earth pulled it in the funk direction then for Hot Space?
Well, I don't know really.
How much?
That's difficult.
It behooves me.
Yes, it behooves me as well. No, because we had the big success with No One Bites the Dust, right?
I see. So it was an extension on that.
Sort of in a way, yeah. But I don't know. Freddie wanted to do 2 or 3 things like that,
which turned into not a whole album, but
not a
most
whole
of it.
But a lot of it, really, yeah.
So there was sort of a conscious effort at getting back to rock and roll in Works.
Well, yeah. We were to get some of that in. and also to get in, some of our things that people do associate with us, which is like the harmonies and the guitars, and the more sort of traditional Queen elements that people, are used to.
Do you think you guys are you are the milk tea, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
I don't want it now.
Okay, I'll take it. Yeah.
I'll have another green tea.
What do you consider the band's strong points? Do you consider it more of a versatile band, or do you consider it a band more geared for a certain kind of style in particular?
No, we don't really tend to think like that now. We just tend to just record and carry on, really.
Play things by ear.
Yeah.
It comes naturally.
Yeah, and also you said that there's 4 different influences. If we made 4 albums where each one of us was a producer, there would be 4 completely different albums.
There's a lot of speculation. It may just be in Japan, but there's a lot of speculation that you guys are ready to bust up.
Well, we have our patches, where we find it tough. Yeah, of course we do. But that's why we took a bit of time off, really. And in the end, perhaps it was better that we had a big gap rather than sort of, all out. Really.
So that basically strengthened the band, you think, that gap?
Well, it's helped a bit, yes. And it gives people time to think and what they want to do as well. But, hopefully, if we can actually carry on as a group and still allow solo projects to go on. Because we'll just finished another album, he's got a second album coming out, and actually Freddie's now going to start one, actually. He's got some ideas for songs. Because I think really he writes a lot more songs than actually come out on the Queen album, because he only gets like 3 or 4, and he has quite a prodigious output of songs.
Prolific, yeah.
Prolific,
yeah.
I think is the right word.
How about yourself, though? You said you didn't know whether you'd be doing solo stuff.
Not really, because I can't sing.
Oh, really?
No.
You don't do any vocals?
No, the other 3 do them all.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
In the studio and on stage. I sometimes sing a little bit on stage, but the other 3 that have got the good voices.
You don't consider yourself
no.
cut out? Well, how about cut out for, say, instrumental stuff then?
Possibly, but if I did something, I'd really want to work with vocalists, because I think,
Anybody in particular?
Well, there's a lot of people I like.
For example?
Well, like Lionel Richie, I like.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I couldn't see you playing behind Lionel Richie, though.
In a recording sense, yes.
But realistically, like somebody you really think you could get together with and make a go?
Oh, realistically, I don't know. I think you'd have to choose somebody who was a little bit not so well known, but who had a good voice.
Huh.
Yeah, but now he's monstrous now with his own career.
Oh yeah. もう時間ですか? Got about time for one. Oh, by the way, here it is.
Thank you very much.
Genre of music, from rock music to classic music. Station.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't understand.
It carries all different kinds of music.
Ah, yeah. Okay. How long did it take you to learn Japanese?
Me, it took about I'm in my 5th year here now.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you could pick it up in about a year if you were here.
Yeah, we've been here lots of times. I've picked up a few little bits.
What is that right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, just a little bit of the way that the certain things are phrased, so at least you know where they come.
Huh.
But it's hard to speak. We hear all the time.
Oh yeah, it's second nature once you get here.
Yeah, and just learning what the sound of the verbs are. So you get to know, because at first it's a complete you've got no idea what's going on with all the notes and the wah.
Well, with all the countries you go to, I suppose you keep yourself tuned into certain things. What sort of things do you look for in foreign countries? What sort of things do you enjoy?
I like to pick up the atmosphere of a country, really, which is like sometimes, like just walking down the streets, in the morning or in the evening, or, going down the shops, going to the, like when we go out to eat, I rather than go to sort of these sort of more westernised restaurants, I much enjoy going eating in a little bar,
A little local colour.
Yeah.
Huh. What country have you liked the best so far? Out of all
That's a difficult question because we've been to so many.
Which have you liked the best, I should say?
Well, Japan was always one of my favourites.
Oh, really?
That's partly why we volunteered to come, really.
Uh-huh.
Because we've never done a promotional trip in our lives before.
Oh, is that right?
No, never.
Huh. Is that right?
Because normally we're touring and you do a few things at the same time.
Uh-huh.
But to actually come specifically, it's never done before.
Why was it only you and Roger?
Well, Freddie wouldn't come. He wouldn't come on. He would never do that sort of thing.
Oh, really?
No.
How come?
I don't know. He doesn't like doing interviews or.
A little interview shy.
I think so, yeah.
Huh. Okay, I guess we're ready to make the trade-off. All right.
Okay, so now you get October.
October.
So we're not quite sure where we're going to play yet.
Oh, really? Well, I'm sure it'll be the Budokan or
Yeah.
one of those type places. Do you want to play a smaller hall or?
No, we would kind of like.
Or would you like to play a stadium?
No, we did that last time and didn't like that.
Didn't like it.
Stadium Island was
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So we'll sort something out anyway.
Huh.
And we're hoping to visit a few other countries in the Far East, which we've never done before.
Like,
Well, we've been to Japan 5 times, but we've never been to sort of Hong Kong or Singapore or Korea.
Hmm.
You know,
what if there's a market there, though?
there is,
Uh-huh.
but you know, it's, I mean, 'cause I think Hong Kong and somewhere else has been done, but I know Korea hasn't really been done. We're going there tomorrow, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, for 2 days.
All
Have a look.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, good.
Thank you very much.
Okay.